Hey y'all, greetings earthlings. I am Elle, daughter of Source, and I am everything. Today I'm going to give y'all a few examples of how Source had to prove my words. When I tell people things and it's hard for them to believe or they just don't believe me, I could be standing right in their face telling them something, and usually it's something that I'm trying to help somebody with, some information or a download or a message that Source gave me for them, and they just don't believe me, and then Source has to prove my words. But before we get into that, I want to take a couple seconds to go back and talk about something that I forgot to talk about on my last video. On my last video, it was about the L's, some of the names of the L's of the Elohim. And that morning, when Source was telling me that that's the message he wanted me to talk about, I woke up and I was speaking. And when I woke up, I was saying Superman, Superman. So I asked Source, was there a message that he wanted me to give about Superman? And his response was his name. And so I said, Cal L, instead of saying Superman or Clark, instantly Cal L came to my mind. And Source said yes. And Source said his father's name. And I said Jor L. And he's like, yes, Jor L. But I think more specifically, I was supposed to speak about Jor L because that's been on my mind for days since I made the video. And I had forgot to even speak about Cal L or Jor L. Um, the name Jor L. Now, if it's somebody in your life, their name could be Jor-El, it could be Jarrell, it could be Gerald, something similar to that Jor-El name. With like a J at the beginning and maybe a L at the end. Because that Jor-El name has just been constant. Source has been saying to me. And I don't have anybody in my life with that name. So I know that's the message I was supposed to give to you all that I forgot to give you all that day. So if you have a Jarrell or a Jor-El or something similar in your life and they are making your life hell, they are just not a good person in your life, and you know they are not a good person in your life, it's time for you to let them go. It's time for you to cut the cord with that Jarrell or Jor-El or whoever that person is in your life that's not good in your life with that specific name. Now, if you have a Jarrell or Jor-El or some a similar name in your life and they just the best thing to you since sliced bread, they could never do you no harm, you know they a good person, they the best thing in your life, then I ain't talking to you. So if you know I'm not speaking about your person, then don't take it personally. But there is someone that I'm speaking to that needs to hear this message with someone around them, someone in their energy with that name, and they need to get rid of them and they know it. So if I'm talking to you, you know I'm talking to you, and it's time for you to cut ties with that person. When you cut ties with that person for good, you will be rewarded. It's always a reward from Source. That's what y'all don't know. There's always a reward. You don't have to do anything for these blessings for Source. Like, you don't have to sacrifice people, like have them killed or any bad thing to anybody. It's mostly just about you letting them go. You just have to let people go. That's all. Things ain't good in your life. People ain't good in your life. Places ain't good in your life. You got to let them go. Period. That's one way to start raising your vibration, but you can't keep letting them come back in either. When you let them go, when you cut them off, you have to let them go. You have to cut them off. You can forgive them all you want, but you need to keep them out your energy. Simple as that. If you want the blessing, if you want the reward, if you want your vibration or your frequency to change, to raise, then you have to cut them off. You got to let them go. Okay. Now, that was for the little piece that goes to my other video that I had left out. Okay, but for today's video is Source proving my words. So I'm just going to give y'all a couple examples of times that had to happen. Okay, my two of my kids' father. Okay. Um, he was always into some shit he ain't had no business being, so he stayed locked up a lot. Well, this one particular night, he getting ready, he about to go out, do whatever he going to do. And I looked him dead in his face and I told him, if I was you, I wouldn't go out there tonight because whatever you going to do tonight, gonna land you in prison. I said, you're not gonna come back here, you going to jail, then you going to prison tonight. Of course, he didn't believe me. You know what he told me? He looked me in my face and told me that I just wanted him to stay in the house sitting up under me all night. If he would have knew how wrong he was, I never wanted him in the house sitting up under me all night. That's the last thing I wanted. So when he said that to me, I said, okay, go ahead out there. You don't never believe what I'm saying. Go ahead out there. Bye. So guess what? He went on out there and I didn't see him no more till the following year later when he got out of prison. Like I told his ass, you go out there tonight. I don't care what you going to do. You going to jail tonight, and then you going to prison. And that's what happened. He went to jail that night, and then he went to prison, and he served a year. And that's the next time when I saw him was when he got out of prison. Okay, that's one time. Now, this same dumbass, another time. Okay, now we had split up one time, and he was messing with this girl. And this girl kept playing on my phone. So I told this girl, when I see you, it's on sight. I'm going to beat your ass. That's what I told her. When I see you, I'm going to beat your ass. Quit playing on my phone. So months later, y'all, months done went past. Me and the baby daddy together about to go do something with the kids. But it was a few days, like until the weekend. We had something planned for the weekend to do with the kids. And I kept getting signs and messages from Source that while we out with the kids this weekend, I'm gonna see this girl. Now I already done told her it's on site. Source telling me stay calm, don't fight the girl, all this and that. So days going by, every day I'm getting this message. I'm getting this message that I'm gonna see this girl this weekend. But I ain't told him nothing because he don't ever believe what I say anyway. So we happen to be in the car driving down the street and I get another message. We gonna see this girl. So this time I'm like, all right, Source, okay, okay, I hear you, I hear you. And I said it out loud and he was in the car right next to me. So he was like, what you talking about? What you talking about? And I was like, we gonna see old girl this weekend. Like Source been telling me for the past 3, 4 days. He once again looked me right in my face and tell me I'm lying. Ain't no Source talking to me. Ain't no God, ain't no spirits that's talking to me. So instead of arguing with him, I said, okay, if you say so. And I left it at that. Lo and behold, the weekend comes. We out with the kids. Now me and him standing, we outside. Me and him standing talking. We face to face. His back is to the little entrance to the little walkway that we walk through, but I'm facing it. Lo and behold, who comes walking through the entranceway? Old girl, hugged up with some other dude. He didn't see her because his back was to her. So I start pointing and I'm like, I told you, I told you. Look, 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 I told you. He spin around, see her, and all of a sudden his head go down. I said, I told you. Now you said, who don't talk to me? Who wasn't telling me this? And who wasn't telling me that? He couldn't even answer, y'all. He couldn't even answer. Kept his head down the whole rest of the time. Walking far behind me and the kids with his head down. To this day, that man has not acknowledged or admitted neither one of those things among hundreds of other things I done told him. But that's 2 times right there. It was proven to you instantly when I told you. And you still don't believe nothing I tell you? Always talking about I'm trying to trick you. Always talking about I'm trying to make something happen to you. All I be trying to do is help you. That's all. Now, another time, now that happened some years ago. Both of those happened years ago. Now, more recently, I'm getting woke up in the middle of the night for weeks, y'all. Like 3, 4 weeks, probably a month. Every night I'm getting woke up in the middle of the night at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm getting drawn to this gas station that's by my house. So I'm keep going to this gas station at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's like I can feel something going on at this gas station. It's just crazy. I just keep getting woke up, keep going to this gas station. Now, when I go to this gas station, I go inside, I pay for some gas, buy me a bottle of water, and then I sit outside and cry because I cannot leave from this gas station because the feeling just takes over me. So I just be sitting in the gas station crying, crying, crying. This went on every night for weeks and weeks and weeks. Till one time I just couldn't take it no more. I said, "Is the lady who owned this gas station? She real nice to me. You know what I'm saying? We had a little rapport, like we would speak or talk, whatever, whenever I go in the gas station. But I said, what's ever going on is somebody that's connected to this lady that owned the gas station. Okay. I said, and they got to be sick. Cause the way I was feeling it, when I feel stuff like that so strong about somebody, usually they sick or they about to be sick or they dying or something like that. I get those feelings real strong all over me. And I'm like, somebody in her family sick. I know somebody in her family is sick, somebody real close to her. So finally, after weeks of this going by, and I can't take it no more, you gonna keep calling my name and you see me doing this video? Shut the door.